Test, test. Oh, there we go. I just had to turn the microphone off and then on again. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah. I'm like, it didn't matter what I set it to. Yeah, let me see if I can go back to this one. Is that one's off? Nope, that's better. Okay. So that's the NVIDIA broadcast. So you won't pick up so many background noises, but that one's working now. Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate you letting me know. What I had said earlier is that we're going to do the Tantive 4 today. It's Star Wars. We should get it all done because it's only 654 pieces. I'm excited for
the best of the Seabird 1000 background music library from Los Angeles, California.
I'm excited for this one. So hopefully everything will be good. How are you, Diamond? You scared the crap out of me, by the way, when you played your... let's not cut my finger today. Why is this being... Sheesh, there we go. Okay. These are our instructions. Oh, our instructions are on the wrong page. There we go. So that's our instructions. Stickers. We'll stick those over here. Yeah, I'm sure I... Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and these pieces. I know. I know. Today's one that went up was the last of the ones I have. I just haven't... With the holidays, it was hard for me to find the time to edit more. So I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try this weekend. I'll create a bunch more. Hopefully enough for at least this week to post more videos. That's the plan anyway. But I'm glad you like the videos. And we have another one of these. No, that's something I want to do, so I would definitely be posting more videos. It's not... yeah, so it took me just one evening. I put out 2 more, or was it 3 more videos? I might have 3 more videos. I might have one, so I might have one more. Which one went up today? Was it... Because I think I have 5 total. So 4 went up today, then I've got 1 more. Oh, episode 5. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I have not done 6 yet. But I had to... I had to take out a piece of it because I spent a good probably 30 minutes looking at this puzzle and then go, I don't know, I'll give up. Now, I eventually did go back and do it. I don't know if it was in that stream or the next stream, but I saved that piece and sped it up. Yeah. Yeah, so there could be some there should be some more coming soon. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I heard what you said about the beard too. Yeah, I I need to trim it. I need a haircut pretty bad. But okay, so we also have these 4. Okay, that's good. How was your New Year's? Hopefully it was good. Mine was not bad at all. It was hard because I went to work New Year's Eve, I got New Year's Day off, and then went back to work for Friday, and then come back. And so it was just like, I feel like I worked 2 weeks in this week. I had 2 Fridays, one before the holiday, and I had 2 Mondays, one after the holiday. But now we're officially on the weekend, so we're good. I think Wednesday we will do some more of the Parabox. Oh. My kids watched the last season of Stranger Things. They were pretty stoked about that. One, 2, 3, and 4. Dragon Ball Z and The Last Airbender. Okay, like the movie The Last Airbender or the Nickelodeon cartoon? Because I've seen them both. Cartoon. I like the cartoon better. The cartoon seems more like each season was a different nation. Yeah. And I just liked that. Okay, this goes... I think it goes like that. Yep. Okay. Nope. Same one. Do you have a preference for which one you like? Yeah. I agree. I like the cartoon better as well. You know, I haven't seen... Did they do more of the live action? I don't remember. Something inside me says... Yeah. I don't know if they did... It seemed a bit rushed. Two, three, and four again. Hello, Blue Aquatics. Welcome, welcome. Today we're building the Tantive 5. This one right here. Tantive 4. I keep doing that. I keep saying my son keeps correcting me. And I'm like, I don't do it on purpose, I promise. I like the girl who plays Nami. You just like okay. That's fair. Put in some connectors. Oops. We didn't actually connect them. Hello, Nancers. Welcome on in. Good to see you as always. Okay, yes, I agree with that. They just don't quite fit. Okay, this time let's put in... Yeah. How has your day been, Nancers? Hopefully it's been good. Okay, now that we actually pinned them together, now we can put it in. We haven't done a single thing yet. I woke up. I did what I usually do on the weekends is I watch a couple of YouTube shorts. And then I ate breakfast. I talked to my wife about a bunch of different stuff. I did a load of dishes. I showered, got ready for the day, ate lunch. They went off and are doing painting stuff. They're spackling and doing stuff like that. And I came to do this. But other than that, I am doing well. I mean, You got this far in answer, so at least you've done something. You came here. Yeah. Normally it would be wake up, watch some, that just hang out with the family, as they're playing like the Switch. They'll be playing Animal Crossing and I'll be hanging out with them and watching, YouTube shorts or things like that. And then lunch and then this, but I did some dishes in there too. Yeah. Are you reading something for your book club or just for fun? I'll tell you what I'm reading. I am reading. I thought I had a hardbound version. I don't. It's a Brandon Sanderson. I just finished The Way of Kings. I see the fourth one down here. But I'm reading the second book. Yeah. For fun. Nice. Yeah, so I'm reading the series Stormlight Archive. That's what I'm in the middle of. I finished book 1 earlier this week. And so I started on book 2. Yes, it is. Well, and I love Brandon Sanderson. So, the Stormlight Archive. This is a recent one. Wind and Truth. It's book 5 of the Stormlight Archive. But Brandon Sanderson is my favorite author. A lot of the books back here are Brandon Sanderson. I've met Brandon Sanderson a couple of times at some conventions and things like that. Super chill guy. The coolest thing I ever saw him wear, like I had just heard him speak, and he stayed after and let people sign some books. If you got in line, he was wearing a Darth Vader T-shirt and a suit jacket, and then Levi's, and I'm like, dude, that is the coolest ever. He's like dressed up, but he's also dressed down, and he went and he's like. He didn't care that he was like an author or anything. He went in and then played Magic the Gathering in like the card room. Yeah. I am such a fanboy. He is his Mistborn series, I like that. Yeah, yeah, and he's the one that did the secret. I should turn that. There we go. So those books up there, right there, he wrote those during COVID, and he's like, I can't go do book signings, I can't do anything, I'm just staying home. So he wrote the 4 secret novels. The 5th book up there is the Stardew Valley Cookbook. That's not his. But, oh, you know what else? I don't have... There we go. But my family's... That's to tell my family if they walk in. But they're not here. see my chair too. Yeah. I first read him because I was reading Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series, and I liked that. But Robert Jordan passed away, and I really liked the Wheel of Time series, and so Brandon Sanderson was asked to take over finishing the Wheel of Time series. And I really liked it. And I think he did a great job finishing that up. But that's how I and so then I when I met him, I had only been reading the Wheel of Time. But so that I started with Mistborn, and then I really liked Mistborn in that series. And it was just fantastic. My wife says he's too descriptive and he doesn't get to the actual plot. They just talk about the plot a lot. But she writes books, and so that's from an author's perspective. But I'm like, hey, for fantasy, I'm okay with that. What book are you reading, Nancers? Or is it, what genre is it? Probably romance. I had a coworker said that they were reading a romance novel because they had a friend who wrote it, and then they had to put it down because it was too much for them. And I'm like, yep, that's how romance goes sometimes. Excuse me. You get lost when they're too descriptive. I don't think they are. I don't even notice it. But like when we'll be listening to one of his books in the car or something like that as we're traveling, my wife would be like, oh, "Just get on with the story." They start talking about it so much that they don't do it. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I mean, I have read some fantasies before. I mean, not fantasies, romance before. But I can't do heavy romance. You know, I can do a little bit of romance on the side. That's okay. Some snot bricks. White and brown. Recognize these little characters as Princess Leia stores the Death Star plans in her faithful R2 unit. Oh, so this one's Princess Leia. That's R2D2, and that's C3PO. A relieved C-3PO catches up with them, and the two droids depart in an escape pod. Cool. I thought those were people. I didn't realize that was C-3PO, R2-D2, and Princess Leia. I mean, that makes sense. Flip it over. Okay. These are our extras. My oldest daughter must have got home from work because I can hear her upstairs walking around. Is it easier to see if I make these bigger? We'll do that. Tan piece there. Two of those. There it is. I thought that was the... Never seen these ones this long with the little ledge that's right there. Oh. One by one sloped. sides. Two of those. Okay. On the underbelly of the ship. So, you know what I noticed as I was editing some of the stream for to put into YouTube videos, the streams where I was doing the I was playing the puzzle games. And now I can't even think of what the Parabox. I noticed that for one portion when I was thinking, I just sat there staring at the screen for a good... Well, what it felt like 15 minutes, but it was probably only 4 minutes. But just of me staring at the screen, which if you're just trying to make a video out of that, I'm like, that's just 4 minutes of me staring at the screen going, So I have to remember to... That's sometimes the hardest part, is when I'm thinking about something.
Thank you for listening to Seaberg1000.com.
To continue to
support our
talk.
station, check out our web store on the site. We
Because
also
when those
have an
become
eBay store. Search Seaberg Music
videos
Library.
later. I mean, these streams I don't make videos of. I do post the VODs. I have a separate YouTube channel. Just for VODs. Just for me to keep, you know. Yes, it is. It is. It's hard to think, because as I'm just thinking, I'm like, speaking that monologue out loud is sometimes hard. But sometimes it's actually helpful to try and figure things out. Sometimes it is not helpful at all. Just something I noticed. I might put some of those SpongeBob things like 2 hours later. I don't know. It's because it's fun. I mean, like, it's frustrating even as I'm editing them. I'm going, how would I solve this? And I don't know how I would solve it again. Like, that's the nice thing about some puzzle things when they're just straight up like a bunch of mini puzzles, is there is a little replayability, because you don't necessarily remember exactly how you do it. And I find myself on ones that I was struggling on going, well, you could just do that. Nope. That's because that's exactly what I had just tried on the screen. And It didn't work. So apparently my brain thinks the same way. Oh. Oh. There is a second one of these. And it goes right there. That looks better up top and fits with what is showing up there. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I don't know where they get them from, but I'm sure if I could find them somewhere. Don't know if they're copyrighted. Because I think they are from SpongeBob. Do 3 of those. Oh. Yeah, this one, it goes on upside down there. We didn't align. Okay, there, now I have aligned them. Okay. Now we're building the nose. Okay, the hinge goes on the top. Okay. that. Okay. Those. Two of those. Okay. That goes all right there. Yes. Long piece goes in and ties those two in. Slope piece. Okay. I'm curious what food you decide to get. Or make. Oh, wait. I just botched that. Uh-oh. We're in slow motion now. Okay. Yeah, Nancer's just gonna go get some food and she's gonna be back. Interesting thing, Diamond. Yesterday, I was talking with Chunks. He lives with Nancers. And, they... That's because this one is super fast. Hey, Chunks. We were talking about paprika and cinnamon, and I just... For whatever reason, it reminded me of you. Hey, Chunks, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I didn't mean to call you out of a lurk. I am doing well, thanks. I'm feeling I've been I don't know, I've just been getting super tired recently. And I don't know why. Like I didn't even make it all the way through movie night the other night. I don't know if you guys went one more or if that was the last one. But I didn't make it. And oh shoot. Humans should hibernate. Yeah. Should actually pay attention to the directions and not just assemble them how I want to. Stickers. Ugh. Okay. So. Okay, so I need to line them up. Okay. So, based on this, that piece goes towards the back. Okay. There we go. Okay. I don't love those sticker placements, but you know, humans hibernating would not be a bad idea. Just trying to figure out how some logistics there. Okay. So these are extras. We'll put them in here. And these eventually get sorted. They go into these. My spare pieces. And several times my kids came to me because they all got Lego sets. And they're like, Dad, I need this one little piece. Because they just kind of dumped them out on the kitchen table and then they go. And oddly enough, usually a couple days later, they're like, here's some extra pieces. And the piece they were looking for, usually in that. Go inside our house so that we stockpile the food for 3 months. And we spend the entire time sleeping, eating, and doing things we enjoy. You know, that's not a bad idea, but how do we pay for all of that? That's the logistics I was thinking about. And 3 months of food. Some food that I enjoy is perishable and wouldn't last for 3 months. So, do we rotate which 3 months that we're hibernating on? Because that would be best. Because it can't be by region, because, you know, then... Those are tire rims. No, like it's a sound idea. It's just like I'm just trying to figure out like I want it to work. Cuz I would love to be able to just say, yeah, let's just not do anything for 3 months. Maybe it's the responsible person inside me that goes, this is not going to work out. You want me to disagree, call you silly, and then move on? Fine. That's absurd, Diamond. It'd never work. How about the weather? An underground bunker with a pool table. I first read that as a pool. With, you know, an underground bunker with a pool and a table. A big flat screen, movie wall, etc. Soon everyone will be asleep for 3 months. That almost sounds like a threat. If we take it out of context. It's not, though. This is true. Well, not anything. But I would say most things. But, you know, having a nice... I'm just... All I heard was you're looking good today, Mapper. You already complimented my beard. How is that a threat? I'm just rummaging through pieces now. Ooh. My daughter and her friend usually go grab food on Saturdays. I'm curious where they're going to go today. Why? Yeah, it just does that. And I think it's because it's a virtual. I think I got to figure out how to just do it the straight cam instead of the virtual version of the camera. But I think I set it up wrong and I have to redo all of my scenes. I know, because as soon as I click on the actual software, but the software was behind something and it didn't like that. Some streams I go just fine. and other streams, it's not so much. But yeah, because this. Let's see if it'll. Yeah. Because see, it's a different shade of red. Maybe, yeah. But the camera, like these look darker. Everything. These look like the right color. I don't know. I probably set it up wrong when I put it into my streaming software. They're all gang signs. I do know some gang signs. What I probably, there's a lot of things I need to do, and it all stems from I need to stop using Streamlabs and just go straight OBS. But that scares me because I understand Streamlabs, because that's what, and I just don't understand OBS. I need to use streamer.bot. I need to use a lot of things because I like how your shoutouts work. And I would love to be able to shout people out, and it does both. You know? Yeah. That scared me. And we should. Because if I use it, that's really the only thing that'll get me over my fear is using it. You know, and it's just because it's different, it's new, and I don't feel as comfortable. You know, I already have enough audio issues and weird things, but I'd like to be able to do things like the stream can hear the music, but the VOD doesn't, so it doesn't get muted. Things like that. Which I can't do in Streamlabs. Because Streamlabs, it just has to be the desktop. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. And I have a couple people who will help me. It's all my fear. It's fear, and being afraid is real. I don't have any other way to say it. Yeah, but I'm just, it scares the crap out of me. Because because it's designed, it's so much better and more powerful that I can screw it up more. And that's what I'm worried about. Messing it up. And then wanting to go live and not being able to fix it. And then having to have my kids come down and help me. Okay. Okay. Here's one of my New Year's. Hello, Spac. Here's a New Year's resolution. I'm going to start trying OBS. Just flat out OBS. We'll try that. We'll get streamer.bot, we'll get OBS, we'll get all that stuff figured out this year. That's my New Year's resolution for streaming. Is we'll get that figured out. Which means I will have to call in favors from people. Okay. 1. We're making 3 of those. That's a satisfying snap. Two 1x3s and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm going to keep producing YouTube videos this year too. I didn't do as many in 2025. Even if they are just we'll do a combination of stuff I film versus stuff I clips from my streams. That's currently what I'm doing, is the pair box ones, the streams going. So if people miss part of the stream or they do whatever, they can always catch the YouTube videos or watch me struggle on a certain puzzle. It's gonna happen. That over. I have to SPAC. I have done that before. I have exported the scenes, and I got that far, and I started working on the audio, and then my computer died. Well, that it didn't die. That one started giving me blue screens, not related to that, but just in general, and so I tried to diagnose the problem and fix the problem in a totally different way, which was I bought this one, which is the one we're using now. So I have a fairly decent computer sitting right there, which I could use for a server, I could use for a dual streaming PC, I could do any number of things. But I haven't. Yes, sometimes figuring things out is very nice too. Two of those. And a lot of my streaming software, or not my streaming software, but my videos, I like figuring things out on those. So just buy the bullet mapper and just convert. You've been talking about it for probably 2 years. Two. Just do eat. 3. That's a funny meme saying. Don't let your dreams be memes. Okay. We have... Oh! Okay. Here's what we're going to do.
On occasion, we thank our supporters like Southampton Dog of Eastern Long Island, New York, where all of your trusted professional training and care needs are available in the Hamptons. SouthamptonDog.com.
Okay, we just closed a bunch of crap. So hopefully that will work, and it won't chug because it'll work just fine now. Yes, it will. Because I told it will. Couldn't see that because it was hiding. Okay, that goes on the white ones. The other one. Hiding. Hopefully you're doing well, Spac. Haven't seen you for a while, but it's good to see you in here. What have we... We're making some detailed stuff. Putting greeblies on the side of the ship. That's what we're doing. The Lego version of greeblies. You've been in the shadows. It's not a bad place to be. Hopefully that's been well for you. That's our little. My guess is we're going to now make. Oh, wait. Yes, I noticed that. I missed something on step 4. Okay. Okay. Both sides. No, not that one. That one. $10. We want that one. Then Tantive 4. Let's see. You know, being in the shadows is not a bad thing. You can observe and learn a lot from being there. Are you expecting a story from when I was back in the day? When I was in college, I was in I wouldn't call it a gang, because gang has a negative connotation. But I was in a group, a gentleman's group. So this one time I was working for Jimmy the Fish. Had me put him to sleep for 3 months. No, I was putting things to sleep last night, though. I was playing ASA last night. I know. No judgment. Yeah, a gentleman's group. Yeah, I was in a group at university. There's 2 different versions of this group. There's an academic version of this. Look at that. Oh my crap. What is wrong with this camera today? Panda.
Lucky Panda _ gaming just subscribed for 44 months.
Well, come on in, Panda. Thank you for the battle theme. And for the 44 months. Much appreciated. Good to see you here. Always great to have you here. We have not dropped any pieces yet, but the day is still young. Yet, yeah. Two of those. Okay. One, two, three, four. Okay. Okay. Can you share anything with us about your plans, or are these top secret plans? Oh, okay. That locks those in so they can't come out. That is a good question, Spack. When will then be now? And I assume the only way we will know that is when then is now, then we will know that then is now. Which makes sense if you don't think about it. Okay. Well, the nice thing about any Q&A is, Diamond, you can kind of just go, you can anticipate probably a lot of the questions and just have them prepared. And say, this is what happened, this is what was going on, and this is what I can share. This is what I can't share. Well, not this is what I can't share, but obviously if there are some things you can't share, you just don't. Oh. 3 years later. It's only been 2, Panda. At this point, it's a race to see what comes back first. Are we gonna get Arc 2 or Diamond Streams again? Which is coming first? That was kind of mean, Diamond. I apologize. I'm only giving you crap. Oh, people have unfollowed? Yeah, you could. Yeah. Well, I mean, that happens when you take some time off. One of those. There it is. That's true. Okay. Oh, that goes. Yeah. Some of my friends are playing ASA right now with what? 8 mods on it? Yeah. But I wanted to build some Legos today. I will play some ASA after this. Well, the mod you found, Panda, eliminated like 3 of the others. That has been a fantastic. Well, it's updated once, and the other two people have claimed that they are missing stuff, which I believe, but I've never lost anything. I don't know if it's because of just timing, and since my timing just hasn't been there, but they both lost stuff. So I asked them yesterday as we were chatting, I'm like, is that do you think it's an Atrado thing, or do you think it's an ASA thing? And they're like, it could be either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard because I wish things had gone better. It's hard because it's like it's my favorite game with better graphics and everything, and then I know they've had their issues, and I don't know where I stand on it. Spec 300 mods. That's a lot. Well, the game has to at least be playable. I think you would really enjoy. You would love and hate the new DLC. I think you would love it because it's something totally different in the game. It adds an aspect to the game that I think you would like. But I think you would hate it because you like building the same comfortable. We are going to. Yeah, I think I just fixed it. Nope. That didn't work. Okay. Nope, it's not right here. Oops. Yep. Okay. No. This is no longer the virtual. I went because I was just gonna turn it off and then turn it back on to let it so I'm using the actual camera now instead of the virtual camera. And I think my colors are better. Yep. But I might have to go to... Okay, so that's correct. That's correct. That's not. Hold on a minute while I'm gonna flip these. I have to do stuff like this every time. Not this, but it's something different. Okay, that one's done. It's done. Nope. So this one needs to go. Transform, rotate 180 degrees. I put that there because then I can see, I mean, it's just my gum, but I can see if it's flipped or backwards or whatever. And you can see, yep, transform. Yeah, that's a weird Lego piece. There we go. I think I just... Nope, I didn't fix the start screen. Hold on 1 second, we're not really just starting. Okay. Hopefully, because that's not using the virtual anymore. That's just the straight up camera. Oh, man. If that fixes it, that'd be amazing. Well, and the difference between, like, the red around my watch and the red here and the red here. Those are all... Because that looks more red. That's a burgundy, and that's... Yeah. I'm excited. fixed one thing today because it was bugging me. The virtual just wasn't happening today, so... Four. One is the no. Do these. I didn't know it was that easy to fix. Or I would have done that a long time ago. And not necessarily on the stream.
Thank you for listening to Seaberg1000.com. To support our station, check out our web store on the site. We also have an eBay store. Search Seaberg Music Library, Inc.
It's probably easier than doing that, Diamond. There's the other one. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Okay. In my defense, I didn't kill anything with that. Totally missed. Diamond, this is just for you. Oh. Yeah, now you can think whatever you want. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's easier to wear this hat. Right now because I use the earbuds instead of the over-the-head headphones. When I'm doing Legos. Because I don't really need surround sound. I just need to hear the stream notifications. The music is nice. Although, by the end of the stream, I'm typically used to the music. And I'll go get some dinner, come back, or whatever, and be playing with other people, doing whatever. And I'm like, why do I still have... And I realize the background music has been playing for the last 3 hours. We played some on Monday night. We played some Overcooked 2 with Chunks, Nancers, and Somi. So much fun. I had so much fun. We need to do that again. Yeah. Yeah, the credit goes to Somi. Somi's the one that wanted to do that, and she worked it out with Nancers. And, like, it was just a genuine good time. We didn't pass them all on the first time. That's okay. I do feel bad about one thing. I didn't realize Chunks was still going to be streaming after that, so when I rated out, I rated somebody. And then, like, he joins them, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't realize Chunks was still... I don't know why I got the impression. So, I apologize. Yeah. No, I just... something, if I'm playing with someone, I would prefer to raid them if they're going to continue to stream. And I don't feel obligated. That's just something that I like to do. And I feel like I flubbed it up that time. You tell us one day after meeting. I did yell at an old lady once. That's been 3-4 years ago, though. She deserved it, though. She came in all upset. Yeah, like, I don't even know if I remember all the details of the story. But essentially, it goes... I was at work. And Diamond has even... So I was at work, and a lady came in, and she was very frustrating. She was mad and upset. And because of that, my patience was thinner than normal. And see, Diamond doesn't even tell the story correctly, because he says that I yelled at her. I didn't yell at her, I swore at her. So, Diamond's just saving my reputation a little bit. But yeah, I just. Because I had it. It happened. I see. I don't even remember. I don't remember the details exactly because it's been too long. But yeah, it was. And so they later that day, I shared that story, and that's what Diamond is referring to because he was there when I shared the story initially, or a day or two later. I don't remember how soon after I shared it, but. Well, it wasn't the one that most people use. The only part that you got right in that story, Diamond, was this old lady came in. That was it. She didn't have a stick. I wasn't annoyed after dealing with you because you were after that. There was no spins. I I don't remember, Diamond. It was one of three, D, S, or H. I'm not sure which one it was, because I don't remember. No, I honestly did. Yeah. But like, who remembers exactly what you said to one person you're upset with? Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Yeah. My employees were like, "What?" They were blown away because they didn't think that I would say something like that. I know, Panda. That's the first thing I thought was, "Oh, that was so close." That's almost exactly what I said. But I was having a bad day. Anyway, we can talk about something different. Oh, I have to put stickers on these. You're just gonna pull up some more of the. Listen, I have a plan. And I mentioned it the other day when was it on? I think it was New Year's Eve when we were watching movies. I mentioned something about it. Everybody was talking about where they were going to go. And I said, I don't plan on going. I plan on going somewhere different. I plan on going, And I'm like, but you keep telling these stories, people are going to believe I'm going. Like a silent fart in an elevator. Wow, that's not the description that I would put to it. I do like to silently troll people, though. We're making 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. It'll be months. It's got a hard goal, then boom, trolls betrays everything you knew about him, crushes your heart. Wow, that makes you. It makes me sound like I'm just an evil person. I'm not, I'm just carefully calculating. Two, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are not all the same. That's interesting. Because 3 of them have 3 of them have white. 1 of them has gray. And one of the white has a red. There were so slight differences that I never would have known. Great, there. 2 white. Go there. Two, 3, and 4. Let's add the fire boosters to the back. From the Fire Nation? Take that hat off. I feel like my hair is standing up in the back of my head. I need... Okay, so that goes there. This goes on this side. Have 11 engines, I'm guessing. How do we have an extra one of these? This ship does outrun the Borg. That's why you never see the Borg in Star Trek. I was like, did you notice that I actually said the correct one this time? The Borg in Star Trek? Yeah. Now, one of these is a 3. Three goes here. And this one is a 4. There is our engine stickers. The coolest one, for me, I have always been a fan of the Millennium Falcon. To me, that's the kind. Yes, Panda. The ones you were talking about where you had to like rub it on and then yeah, that's weird. Okay. We already did put that piece there. Okay. Oh. One Gravely extra. I mean, I do like the Enterprise. I didn't get in on the Enterprise because the Enterprise just came to Lego. And had I bought it at first, I could have got a shuttlecraft as well, but I didn't. So each franchise has their own shit, you know, like Stargate has the Prometheus. No, Babylon 5 is Babylon 5. What Panda said. Yeah, it is its own franchise. Okay. So we're flipping this up. Did my mic pick up that deep sigh? The only thing you're learning is how to annoy me. And you know darn well the difference between them, and you purposely mix them up just to watch me squirm. You can't hide behind, I'm just figuring it out. I mean, yeah, do I think that maybe you didn't quite know a lot about Babylon 5? Sure. Ross coming in with first 2 hours and 15 minutes into the stream. Nice. Well played. Thanks for being here, Ross. How are you doing this fine day? Hopefully things are good with you. Not a chance. No. Nope. That would, my anxiety would go through the roof. I mean, it's a fantastic idea, but what it'd have to be is have to be something like, instead of using these, I just use the tray and I dump it all on there. So I'd have to go through the tray. But it would have to be in the tray. It couldn't be just on the thing. And that I might tweak it a little bit and do that. Yeah. So and it's not all the bags, it's just one bag. Cuz if I did all the bags, I honestly wouldn't, cuz I have, here's the perfect example. This is a race car that my mother-in-law gave me. Oh, you can see that. You can look. Can you see the dust I just... Yeah. It's been sitting up here because all the pieces, it's about this size of a build. And all the pieces, it's an off-brand, so all the pieces were all just, and I can't put it, I can't even finish it. The female captain was Catherine Janeway, but the cyborg girl, she wasn't cyborg, she was Borg, and she was, like Panda said, 7 of 9. Yeah. She wasn't the female captain, because that was Captain Janeway. But she was on that series. Yeah. You guys don't know Ross. Ross No Moss is a streamer. You guys should go check him out. I met Ross through Chunks and Answers. So,
Greetings
yeah.
to our listeners. This is Denny Hankla, your Seaberg 1000 host.
Yes, Babylon 5 was its own thing.
California.
Like Firefly
We love
was its
hearing
own
from our
thing.
listeners, and in particular, what city and country you're
I
from.
honestly can't tell if you're
Please
just
visit our
trolling us,
website at seaberg1000.com and send
or
us
if
a
you
message
legit
or
are just
email us
learning.
directly at seaberg1000@yahoo.com.
It could go either way.
Thanks, and enjoy the music.
Did I? I was falling asleep so hard that I'm just like, I can't. And I'm like, I don't even know if I can. So I just typed in chat and said I'm falling asleep, and then I left. It was bad. Well, it's not the first bad movie we've seen. But I have a tendency to... Oh, that's in the wrong spot. I have a tendency to score them lower than everybody else. But and a lot of it's just because I'm newer to the... They all love horror. And I am newer to the horror and the older movies that they watch. So, and it's fine. Because sometimes it's about... Yeah. Wow. Then movie nights is the definitely an easy place to do that. Oh, who I can't remember what I don't even remember what the name of this. Maybe Chunks or Nancers would know because I don't remember the name. But there was a producer we watched some of his. It's like they're so bad, but they're like so bad it's funny. Even I thought there was some funny thing because it's just so bad. Yes. See, like I don't have to know the name, but yeah, we watched one night, we did that, and it was just like, yeah, it was. Rec O. I don't know what that is. When we do movie nights, we usually watch maybe 4 movies. We do it on Saturdays. So today's a movie day. Although we've done it, what, twice already this week? Because we did it for New Year's Eve. I'm assuming we're still down for tonight. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you something that I've been doing recently because I have an alternate account. So, you've watched Rec? Yeah, you guys probably have. But I've been coming in with my alternate account so that I can talk with other people because I'll be playing games and watching at the same time. And about once a week, I'll forget which one I'm unmuted in and say the wrong things until somebody goes, huh? I think it does say that on the old one. Is Charlie going to be there tonight? Do we know? Not sure. I was looking up when we were first talking about for the New Year's Eve, some movies that came out in 2025. And there was some that I looked up. I don't know if we've seen it. Badlands came out. There was a couple that I looked, but and I don't know if we're watching them as a group, but there's one even still in theaters that Rental Family looked really good. I mean, it's not a horror. It's not Badlands. I think is technically a horror, but I Rental Family looked really good to me. A little like way mellow. No spoilers. We don't like spoilers. Yes. We did watch Claws. Was it Claws or was it maybe not? Yeah, with Brandon Fraser. Yes, we did. That's yes, because we were watching one of those horror Christmas movies and it was like, oh, Krampus. That's what it was. No, it wasn't Claus, but Krampus. Is Krampus also have like a huge intro? Like I feel like it was a 10-minute intro. See, I'm getting confused, but one of them we did watch had like a huge long intro. Yeah, we didn't watch. I gotta flip this the correct way, or I'm gonna. Yeah, I already messed that up. Betray you. Remember, that was the sad part of the movie. Oh, I pulled those two out. I'm not familiar with Belsnickel. Is that another, like, horrifying Christmas story? I'm not gonna be the first one to. Yeah. We did watch a holiday one that I had a horror that I had seen, and these guys hadn't. But it's not their fault that they hadn't seen it. Well, it's one of their faults. There it is. Need the 4 amps. Ventilated ramps. Ooh, Dwight played it. I'm assuming that was an episode of The Office. And 4. Mm-hmm. Two. No, we're doing 3. Okay. I only saw all the stuff for 2 of them. There's the 3rd. And there's the 3rd. Mm. Turn it over. Two. 3. 4. Well, this is just a rebuild of this. The only difference is there's not one of these. So I already know exactly what's coming up. Because it hasn't been long enough that I have forgotten. Because after we do this, then we'll put the things here and the side pieces here. Yeah, so what you missed, I don't know if you can still... Oh yeah, you still can see them right in here. So that's R2-D2. That's C-3PO. And there is Princess Leia. So this is the ship that, after they stole the plans for the Death Star, that Princess Leia and the droids escaped on. And this is the one that Darth Vader comes in and they board and they capture Princess Leia. Yes. Yes. And she puts the plans in there, and she also puts the message on there. You know, the "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." That all happened on this one. Do I think the rebels are stupid for not painting flames on the side of their spaceships to make them go faster? No. Because there's not really any flames. It wouldn't make them go faster. Oh, we're still upside down. Painted them from being blown up. Interesting. Robot Chicken Star Wars. Nope. I don't believe that I has. I don't even know what that is. Robot Chicken Star Wars. My kids might have already seen it. My son probably has. Interesting. Oh. This connects the three together. Oh. That was satisfying putting that on. Sorry, I was zoomed in and I wasn't in the zoom area. You heard the click? Nice. Why do I have 2 extras? 2 extra. Oh. So So the top is... Top is this side. Must be true. Right, that air escaping. It's like a jet engine. Oh. I put it upside down. I've seen a little bit of Community. Not a ton. We are done with stickers. We're almost done with the ship. The others that I have that I got are much bigger, and I'm trying to decide which one to do next. I might do... because I got Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley looks fun to me. Might do that one next. That'll take me a couple of streams. I also have a globe to put together. Yeah. Diagonally. Dun. Hopefully he didn't go too many. Two of those. It sounds like a proper... Maybe it is a proper place. You're just not a wizard. Hmm? However, it's in the box of trolls. Fair enough. Yep, Milk Street turns into Coeur d'Alene. Just keep driving and give it time. Always seems to go faster in the summer, though. Speaking of that, my friends, I have some IRL friends, and they're going to teach me how to make cheese. Like homemade cheese. Okay, but I don't watch stuff on stream because I don't know. I know. I know. I have real friends and okay, let me rephrase. My wife's friend and her husband. Which he also enjoys Legos. And he's gonna give me some sets. He has some unbuilt sets. So he has a massive collection of just loose Legos. Enough to fill. Like I've seen them. There's a ton of them. But he's collected a few sets and he wants to make sure all the pieces are there, but he doesn't have enough place to keep them assembled. So so he's gonna let me borrow some sets to build on stream, and then we go, yep, all the pieces are there, and then do that. Yeah, what is IRL? What are these? There's things outside of my monitor? Well, I mean, it's true. Because he and I don't ever plan anything. Our wives plan something, and then we just show up. Wow. You want the steak. Yep. None of that sludge. Oh, we're still underneath here. I thought we were done with that, but this looks like I put two of these together. And that looks like a revolver, like the spin, yeah. The chamber of a revolver. Wow. A snot brick. A 1x1 plate. Yeah, but there's that one time. More green leaf. Nope. Nope.
On occasion, we thank our supporters like Southampton Dog of Eastern Long Island, New York, where all of your trusted professional training and care needs are available in the Hamptons. SouthamptonDog.com. Thank you for listening to
Steak
Seaward
flavored
1000.
nasty.
To support our station, check out our web store on the site.
I would
We
not
also have
want
an
steak
eBay
flavored
store.
ice
Search
cream.
Seabird Music Library, Inc.
That's a nope for me. An ice cream shop that did unique flavors. Like, how do you even make steak flavored ice cream? Except you get, like, I don't know. Really? Yes, but somebody had to try that first. Somebody. Okay. Two of those. Okay, no worries. Thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. Thanks for being there. Hello, Netherlord. How are you? Welcome on in. We're talking about... We're building the Tantive 4. I'm talking about weird flavored ice creams. I don't know. The chat goes crazy sometimes. We talk about all sorts of different stuff. Two of those. Tabasco on ice cream. Oh. The aliens in the show Roswell. And how was it, Panda? Okay, so I gotta come... Nope. Goes on the inside. Results were 50-50. So that means some people didn't like it? Or you're saying it was mediocre? Burn your tongue while freezing it? Hot sauce ice cubes? I don't know. Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to use that diamond, go ahead. You like both flavors put together was different for sure. Yeah, it absolutely would be. Okay, so now we flip it over. Because there's certain things in life that are just wrong, Diamond, and that feels like one of them. I mean, that's true. I love honey. I absolutely love honey. And someone at some point says, you know what? Let's eat that. Okay. Oh, all right. I won't judge you anymore. Well, not any more than I already have. If you want steak flavored ice cream with mustard on it. But see, I wouldn't put mustard on my steak. Because I'm not a mustard guy. I think they've found the egg. They had to find the egg. They just went, oh, look, an egg. And then they discovered how it comes about. Mustard on their popcorn? You put mustard on your French fries? Look, that's fine. You guys can put mustard on whatever you want. I won't judge you very much. I'm just not a mustard fan. Just like I don't like mushrooms, there's just some things I don't like. And that's okay. Peanut butter mustard sandwiches? No. Nope. I love peanut butter. Mustard does not go with peanut butter. I'm sorry. That's where I put my foot down. Peanut butter is sacred and should not be defiled with mustard. Yep. I do like to add, like when I'm making a sauce, like I'll make a pasta salad, I'll put mustard in it, you know. Because I don't mind that. 4, huh? 2. 3. And 4. A diamond cooking specialty? Okay. Let's flip this. Did we miss? We missed. Yeah. Well, I put whenever I go to there's a corn dog food truck. So fresh corn dogs. I always put honey on them. The first time I was like, that's weird. It was just super weird for me. But the guy's like, I can make you another one. He's like, I just put it on there as habit because most people want it. He's like, I can make you another one. I was like, no, it's okay. If most people like, I'll try it. And I tried. I was like, super good. And a corn dog. I mean, you could make it with a sausage, but yeah, fresh corn dogs, like at a corn dog vendor with honey is super good. And then dipped that in like, you know, ketchup or whatever. For whatever reason, my nose itches. That is not the right one. Oh my gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I'm not gonna defile my kettle with just making cake in it. That's like making hot dogs in the coffee maker. You lost me at jalapeno. Making hot dogs in the kettle won't ruin the kettle either. That doesn't mean it won't taste funny. You put the unopened can of sweetened condensed milk in the hot water. Because if that's the case... Oh, this one's different. I was like, I can't find the fourth one. Because if that's so, my can won't fit in there because the lid is attached. Hello again, Netherlord. I said hello the first time. Welcome on in. Okay. There we go. Netherlord, are you a fan of Star Wars? You like Legos? A turbo tank right now. Wow. Here's what's weird, okay? Because I have two versions of chat open. The one on this screen, I can see what you put in there. This one, the last thing is on there. Oh, pause due to scroll. Weird. Okay. Okay. Yes. A turbo tank, is that... Man down. No worries. I'll just show you what else I have. I think... I've got this. I was like, those don't feel right. And I've got this one from the... That's just a small little one, but... That's cool, you're building those. This one I have not built yet. This one I bought pre-assembled, and I have to take it apart, and so it was over in my box over there to take apart. This one was just a little poly bag. Just some different tanks. I've got my little, I've got my blue Mandalorian over here. Pointing at you, and right there I have a... I always have one of these guys shooting me, keep me straight. But they don't ever hit me. Okay, this says, are you sure... Are you sure this thing is safe? Yes, we're missing an escape pod here. With C-3PO and R2-D2 on board, it has already departed, without raising the Imperial Star Destroyer Captain's suspicions. Dun dun dun. Republic Juggernaut. Nice. 75413. Oh, 3. Oh. Yes, that is the set. This one is 4-2. So you have 4-3. Let's look that up because I'm curious. Oh. The Republic Juggernaut. That's the one you're building. That's cool. Yeah. Nice. First one in your collection? Nice. I have a few. We have all these over here. But it's a fun but expensive hobby. I'm glad you're here and stopped by. We put about once a week. Sometimes it's on I stream Wednesdays and Saturdays. But sometimes it's Wednesdays that I put Legos together. Sometimes it's Saturdays. Yeah. Okay, serious question. None. Yeah. I can't... I wouldn't be able to wear it the whole time. Because it's from when I was much younger, and it smashes my ears, and I can't see very well. And I also wouldn't be able to look down. I'd only be able to look forward, so I wouldn't be able to see anything down here. So it's not feasible. I mean, it's a good idea, Diamond. It would be fun, but it's just not. Nope. That's where we're different. Because your discomfort, you're like, sure, if it's for the pleasure. Well, it's like I can't physically, I can't look down. Looking down is an important part of building Legos here. I mean, I'm not building Legos here, so I'd have to, yeah. It just wouldn't work. I mean, I could put the Darth, have redeems for, put the Darth Vader hat on or something, but it's made for a narrower head, so I can't, even when I was wearing, because I used to have a full get up, I'd have the cape, the helmet, the lightsaber, the waistcoat, the pants, everything. And I don't have it anymore, just the helmet. But man, I've had that since I was a kid, and my head is bigger than when I was a kid. Okay, so we're making another one. I like the ideas, though. The Spaceballs Vader helmet. Yes. Now that one we could do. Yeah, so it's like giant. That'd be hilarious. We're combing the desert right now. That's right. Ba-dum. Okay. I think we got that. You have roughly 100 clone troopers. Is that for... Do you just have mostly minifigures, or... Maybe I misunderstood when you said first one in your collection. That's the first one of the tanks in your collection. Not the actual first set in your collection. Because that would make more sense if you have that many clone troopers. That's just the first tank in your collection. Okay. Secret little army, yeah. Nice. Is it mostly Star Wars stuff, or do you have other stuff as well? Oh. I do have this that one day I'm going to build on stream. This is a cardstock model set. Oh, this is hilarious. The PC that's in the background. Yeah. And that gives you an idea of how big it is. So I guess it's maybe smaller than the box is. That picture might be life size. Yeah. Okay, and the last... No. The closest one that I've seen anyone build something is Colin Furs. He's a YouTuber. He built some huge Star Wars stuff. And they ended up being like playground toys type stuff. Oop. It was years ago that he did it. I think something like that, because I think that's about the time period that he did it. Yeah.
This is Eric Singer of Kiss. I listen to Seaberg 1000, the music that's the soundtrack to our life.
Build our... Put them on the wrong side. There we go. Oops. Why do we have an extra one of these? That's my... because I don't know... This is weird to have an extra piece of this. Did we use any of those? Okay. We had one. Yep, it goes right there. Okay. The rest of them are all fine. Yep, I missed that right there. And then these having those extra. Having an extra rod, that's normal. These little pieces are normal to have extra. Okay. Now we're going to build the stand. Okie dokie. Wait, oh, that is a... I was like, is that a... That is a 90 piece. Yes, this is the stand for the ship. Oops. Yeah, like all of the others that I have are... Because I have the Executioner over there. And it's got a black stand. The Jedi one over there has a black stand. The TIE Fighter doesn't, and neither does the X-Wing. But those have flat bottoms. Yeah. I have a Millennium Falcon. It's in my collection of stuff to do. And I don't remember if I got the gray one or the black one. I don't know. Building the opposite of what we... just built. I guess. Yep. No. Legos don't hang very well. They rest. Because if they're hanging, then they'll fall apart. But they're more sturdy. They're designed to sit on a bottom and go on. Okay. Always wondered. Makes me nervous, but go ahead and ask. That's a good question. Super glue and no! Get out of here, Panda. Super glue and Legos, no. Ugh. Not the Craggle. I can't help you with that, Diamond. That's something you're gonna have to ask your physics teacher. Your physics professor. You know, that's a little controversial. I think it has been both good and bad. And that's my opinion. Because they have done some good things for... They've made it more popular. So more people are... I mean, it was already popular. But they've broadened the whole audience is larger. But there's a lot of people who don't like what they've done. You don't like the ones with Rey? And see, I don't like the ones with Jar Jar Binks. To me, I don't like those. But that's just... I understand why they did it. They brought it in to get a younger crowd. And... like, people that I know that are younger liked Jar Jar Binks because that's how they brought him into... You know, it's hard to... Plus... So it's hard with what they've done with the movies. I have not seen the last three. I haven't seen 7, 8, 9 as much as I've seen 1, 2, and 3. I've even seen 4, 5, and 6 more than I've seen, or excuse me, 1, 2, and 3 more than I've seen 7, 8, and 9. But I didn't like where they went with some of them. It was different, but I mean, it's hard living up to some of them as well. I mean, I think of 4, 5, and 6 would not have been as popular in today's standards. I mean, the only reason they're the way is because they're iconic, you know. But people just don't have this. I mean, but you think about the work that went into all of those. That's funny, Panda. But yeah, so it's all. I mean, it's everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you know, if your opinion is different than mine, that's totally fine. You know, if you're like, you know, I don't like Star Trek, you know, or I prefer Star Wars, or if you're like, nope, if you're the opposite of that, you know, we can't combine Star Trek and Star Wars. You know, we can't. You know, Diamond wouldn't be here if that were the case. You know, but you know, I like Star Wars. I you know, I saw them as a kid. Probably one of the oldest people here. You know, and Trek Wars. Yeah. But it's fine. You're wrong, but it's totally fine. Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean and that's fine. And I've always felt that way. You know, if you have a different opinion, that's fine. I'm not going to. I can accept people that have different opinions. Mm. How do you know there's not? Maybe we just haven't seen that story yet. Because they all got wet and became gremlins. Okay, Diamond, you're allowed your one good question. No. I mean, you probably talked about it last time. Well, was General Grievous just a machine to begin with? He was General Gracious. See? There's someone who knows the lore. And it's not a Diamond made up lore. Uh-oh. Hope I'm doing it right. I didn't see the switch. The flip around thing. Okay. Diamond, you're gonna offend some people at some point. There it is. The Tantive 4. Yeah, I've seen people compare Harry Potter to Star Wars. They claim that that she didn't write an original story. She just wrote Star Wars. Okay. That's what this last piece is. 25 years of Lego Star Wars. Boom. There is a lot of similarities. There we go. That's cool. And that's all of the stuff. Thanks everyone for being here. We went a little bit longer than I usually go. Looks like a robot arm. Well, no one has to have the same opinions as you, Diamond. Let's go see. I'll take some pictures of this, post it in my Discord, and then yeah, so we'll be back Yeah. Netherlord, thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks, Nancers. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Let's go to this one.
Netherlord66 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome on in. Enjoy some of your followy emotes. Yeah, Nancers, thanks for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Panda, again, thanks for the resubscription. Much appreciated. Yeah, Chunks, thanks for being here. We'll catch you guys later. Let's go see who... Let's go see who's live. See if any of my Lego friends are live. He's not. Let's see if... Let's see. Let's look at the Lego. A lot of them are doing it. Most of my friends do assemble tomorrow. Well, thanks, Diamond. I appreciate you being here, hanging out, and thanks again to the first stream for helping me get my mic figured out. Hold on, I'm almost done. No, I didn't start yet. My son thought I was done already. Let's go... Oh, yeah, let's go here. He's doing a Star Wars build as well. Oh, this is a dual stream, and they're from the brick building community. So, oops. Let's do this. I'll hydrate in a second. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks, Panda. Let's go make a new friend. Haggard the Great. And we can see that what they're building. They're building some Star Wars stuff. So, okay. Thanks everyone. Bye.